Welcome to episode 4 of Coco vs. DWC. We're just about 3 weeks into flower on my second DWC grow, and it's been a roller coaster. We're flowering much earlier than planned, and I've been slacking on some serious housekeeping. Today we're getting our hands dirty. First, we're going to inspect those week 3 buds. Then I'll tackle the chores and show you how I create the perfect grow environment. So grab a snack, roll one up, and lock in.
Yeah, look. I pity that step to me though. Flow too clean, I'm bite by new tuxedos. Business since now later popping and buying hot Cheetos. The free throw, easy. Please believe me, baby. Bought a Tesla, bought a Rolex watch, and I ain't dreaming, baby. Scheming, maybe. Dina raised me. Really from the section with them killers, drug dealers, thug.
At just 1 week into flower, the DWC plants are taking off. Growth is fast and aggressive. Over in cocoa, it's a different pace. It's slow and steady by design. The only nutrients these plants have seen were mixed directly into the cocoa. These girls are on a drip system that runs once per day. Instead of using distilled water like the DWC plants, I'm using plain old dechlorinated tap water, pH adjusted between 6.1 and 6.5, the ideal range for supporting healthy microbial life. If you're running synthetic nutrients, the target pH should be closer to 6.0, but with organics, a slightly higher pH keeps the beneficial microbes thriving. Day 12. See that stretch? Yep, we're officially in flower mode now. The strain I'm running is Marijuana, a heavy indica. It stays short and doesn't need much space, but what it lacks in height, it makes up for in appetite. This girl loves to eat, and this is where DWC really shines. In DWC, the roots are always submerged in nutrient-rich water. They're soaking up everything they need constantly, which accelerates growth. In cocoa, with organic nutrients, the nutrients feed the medium and the medium feeds the plant. So unlike DWC, organic nutrients needs time to break down and become available. Day 16. We're 2 weeks in and I have yet to see anything worthy of calling a cola. What I am seeing though is a lot of leaves that are covering the bud sites. These leaves do more harm than good, so I just remove them. Defoliation isn't only about making plants look pretty. It's also about getting better airflow and reducing the chances of nasties like mold, mildew, and bud rot, and letting more light hit those lower bud sites. And I'm always keeping an eye on light penetration ever since I bought this little par meter. Yeah, it looks like it came out of a cereal box, but don't sleep on it. It gives me the inside scoop on light intensity, and it's been a game changer for dialing in my grow. Honestly, it didn't cost a lot, and I'm glad it came with that Amazon Prime delivery because I couldn't wait to try it out. Day 18, I'm creeping in the garden late night because I was in here earlier and I could have swore I saw some trichome action starting. You know how it is, sometimes the best things come out in the dark. But it ain't all good vibes in here. We gotta do some housekeeping. It's one thing I didn't do at the beginning, but now, it's about that time. The first thing we need to do is clean this filter. It looks like a homeless person's toothbrush.
Ew, nasty.
But seriously, a dirty filter restricts airflow. I need to get into the habit of changing it every 3 months or after every harvest. For exhaust, I'm running the AC Infinity Cloudline S6 with a smart control module. It's been a solid piece of equipment, reliable, quiet, and efficient. W Aura. I decided to hang the exhaust in the back of the tent where moisture likes to lurk. That meant moving some heavy ass plants one by one. Real fun. Setup was nothing fancy, just a nylon strap for the carbon filter and a couple of zip ties for the fan. It's simple, solid, and gets the job done. And I honestly never saw this until today, but my clip-on fan also connects to the control module. So the control module will control both the air exhaust and air circulation. That level of precision helps maintain the right balance of temperature and humidity, which is critical during flower. I'm using heavy-duty Velcro to secure the control module to the outside of the tent. That way, I can peel it off whenever I need to work on it. Then I drop the sensor directly in the middle of the tent. This is going to allow me to get a reading precisely at the canopy level, right where the buds are developing. Since I'm growing in a damp basement, I need to take even further measures to control the moisture levels in the tent. So, I'll also be using moisture absorbing packs to eliminate excess moisture. I prefer these over a dehumidifier because you don't need an extra plug and it doesn't take up any space in the tent. I do run a dehumidifier outside the tent to keep the general area under control. Now, let me show you my secret weapon. It's inside this small box. This is the SP3000 by Mars Hydro, and the SP stands for straight power. With LEDs, distance is key. Normally, the light should be about 24 inches from the canopy. Since I'm running multiple lights, I'll space them out to avoid hot spots and dark corners. The SP3000 is still, to this day, one of the best lights I own. And you know what the SP stands for: sitting pretty. Day 19. End of week 2 and things are running smooth. But that doesn't mean we're taking our foot off the gas. For the Coco girls, I hit them with a Gaia Green 284 Bloom top dress. It's packed with potassium, phosphate, and fishbone meal, a growth stimulant. It's like rocket fuel for organic growth. Then I water with dechlorinated tap water, pH to 6.5, and let the magic happen. On the DWC side, it's way easier. I just check that the roots are looking healthy, make sure that the ppms are on point, water temps are under 74 degrees, and pH is locked in at 6.0. Then it's smooth sailing. Now let me show you my favorite toys. First up, my ride or die par meter. Yeah, she's a basic bitch, but that's how I make sure every bud gets the light it needs to bulk up. I learned over time, you don't need a lot of light, you just need the right intensity, and there's lots of strategies to accomplish that. Next, I got an IR thermometer. This is the secret to making sure the VPD is dialed in. The VPD, or vapor pressure deficit, tells you how thirsty the air is and how much moisture the air can suck away from your plants. Measuring leaf temperature plus room humidity lets me tweak the VPD for faster, healthier growth. That's everything I should have done at the beginning of this grow. Better late than never. I still gotta tweak the light intensity and VPD, but overall, we're dialed in. So if you're feeling this series, drop a like and subscribe because the next episode is coming up right after this.